Hello and welcome to InBox. I am Julian Purvis. Today we have 3 exciting stories involving car racing, culture, and art. First, you'll meet Andre Herhinto, who gives an inside look at the thrill he gets from being a race car driver. Next, we'll change gears to a story about work, not as thrilling, but every bit of challenging. We'll visit a restaurant where success is served. And finally, we'll meet Hsin, an international artist who was able to express his artistic passion here in America. All 3 of our stories will introduce you to people who love what they do. All that and more coming up on InBox. People aren't satisfied with themselves until they feel an empty void. Despite everything, they continue to pursue their dreams. They sacrifice time and money and sometimes even risk relationships with the people they love. Andre Herhinto is one such person. His relationship to the racetrack is unconditional. He has risked everything, his work, family, and fortune to become a race car driver. Chloe Cao will tell us more about Andre Herhinto's story.
Andre Herhinto drives over 178 miles per hour. How fast is that? It's faster than fastest roller coaster in the world, which is only 115 miles per hour.
Because it is my passion. I can't imagine doing anything else.
From the way he looks, from the way his uniforms look, from the way his cars look, he wants to be a pro.
He won the 2012 Thunder Hill Race in Northern California, a race that lasted 25 hours.
Andre is pretty known in the racing community, and I actually knew him online, when I was a kid or when I was in high school.
Actually, kind of like a fan, right?
Yeah, I was a fan. He was like, oh my God, this is something I want to do. And I get to see him go to his house and work on his car, and he told me all this stuff, and I was just super excited and super stoked. It was like a kid going to a candy store.
Fans love him, sponsors support him. Not only because he drives fast, but because of the way he races.
At the track, I saw him driving pretty quick. So at the same time, then I tried to find out about him, more information about him. People knows him, have a good exposure. So I think that he probably can help us out.
A certain race hero inspires Andre.
I wish I knew when I start racing. If I knew you can do like what Niki did.
Andre admires the Austrian race legend Niki Lauda. Like Lauda, he is not just as a driver, but as an engineer who thinks technically, so he can go faster.
He has the engineering background, and he's dedicated to, use that, and he knows how to use it. So something that not many people could say they have. He designed a lot of the parts that go on all of his race cars, not just this one.
I love getting down and dirty, working on cars. I always interested in engineering since I was little. I love taking things apart.
With Andre, he wants everything to be to the T, 100%. We try to eliminate all kind of mistakes that can happen. So we want to be perfect, and he's really, that's his level.
Andre has been racing since he was a college student. Even though he was born into a wealthy family, they don't support him financially.
Any money that I can save directly go to racing. My first paycheck I get, the first thing that I do is I registered for racing.
On top of that, racing costs are very expensive. So Andre sacrificed his earlier social life and
everything else is for food. If I don't have enough, too bad. I'll go back to my friends. Hey, can I eat at your place or whatnot?
Today, he has earned some money and his team is winning. He shares credit with someone he met in high school.
Without her, I won't be where I am today.
Off the track, Andre is a hopeless romantic. He fell in love at first sight with his wife, Julie.
The fourth day when I came into school, one of my best friends told me, hey, there's a guy was looking for you. His name is Andre.
She wanted me, but she just didn't know it yet.
He's really, really super opinionated, and I think that's also part of, big aspect of becoming a race car driver.
Andre and Julie grew up together and share the same goal. They had the agreement.
We give it 2 years, we give everything that we can for your racing stuff. And for our living, whatever left behind. When it comes to racing, I try to do everything that I could so he could focus more in the racing stuff. For example, like packing. When we have crew, I would take care of all the food.
Getting everything ready so I don't have to worry. All my concentration, all my effort is only for the racing itself.
I never regret it.
Racers can get injured and even die. Andre knows what risk he's taking.
Accident will happen. It's just a matter of time. Personally, I'm not worried because it's kind of part of life that I already accepted.
We did everything that we could to prevent. But of course, if there's, accident, freaky accidents or whatever that you call it, it could happen.
Despite the risks and dangers, nothing can stop him from racing. Andre has been ready for it since his first circuit 10 years ago.
Life as being short and do whatever I want to do. If I get injured or even die from this, I'd still be a happy man.
We take a look at Old Skool Cafe, a place where troubled youth have been given a second chance at life and a place to call home, delicious dining, awesome entertainment, and not to mention a learning facility for youth. Take a look as Candace Monet gives us an inside look.
In San Francisco, there is an organization that is unique.
Welcome to Old Skool Cafe.
It's a place where at-risk youth get the chance to learn valuable job skills as well as old school values. Old Skool Cafe is a 1940s-styled restaurant and supper club offering great food, awesome entertainment, and good people. Teresa Goins is the founder and CEO of Old Skool Cafe.
Well, what I liked about the concept of a restaurant and a supper club, so it's entertainment as well, is that it provides so many different avenues for the youth. So they're not just kind of pigeonholed in here's one job.
Old Skool Cafe is run by at-risk youth between the ages of 16 to 21. When hired, they receive valuable training in various job skills.
The chance they give you to work different aspects of the restaurant. I started from the dishes and I was a host, now I'm serving and hopefully being a cook in the back here soon.
Old Skool Cafe was created to help disadvantaged men and women stay out of trouble and prison.
Well, I was a correction officer years ago, right out of college, and I worked with predominantly young men that were incarcerated due to gang violence, gang activity, and drug dealing. And just seeing the crazy, hopeless cycle of them getting out and coming right back, and just the hopelessness that I saw in a lot of their lives of feeling like they had no other options is what inspired me to start Old Skool.
Meet Chief Chef Kevin. He teaches food preparation, and a lot more, he gives lessons in life skills.
I'm the father figure, the mentor here for all the kids. We have a great relationship, trying to get them to have a stronger relationship with God and faith. Teresa, the founder, came and saw me working at one of my events, and she asked me would I be interested in coming to mentor some of her youth. And so when I came and visited the program and saw what they were doing, then I fell in love with the program and been here ever since.
How did you come up with the name Old Skool?
So I had a young man that was back in the days that I was working with him, mentoring him from my gang prevention program. And I took him to the store to try on the zoot suits. As he tried on the outfit, he's looking in the mirror and he says, well, why don't you call it Old Skool? Because that's what we're going back to with these kind of clothes.
Over the past 6 years, Old Skool Cafe has influenced several youth to make more positive life decisions.
I could truly say, like, this is the type of support that everybody needs.
It helped me out because, you know, it gives me a place where I can, you know, get a lot of help done with anything. You know, it's like a family here at Old Skool Cafe. We're really tight. And, you know, I've learned a lot of hospitality, how to talk to people. I was always shy, you know, growing up and stuff, and that definitely helped me out in the long run now.
Youth members gain more confidence and feel as if they belong to a family.
I guess the most important thing is just how to be better people. All of our youth are at-risk kids, so they're coming from a not so great background. If we can just get them to become better people, I think we've succeeded.
Expectations are set high for each youth member, and each person at Old Skool works together to support each other's goals and dreams.
Old Skool Cafe is a second family to me.
Working here at Old Skool Cafe has been a great experience.
Old Skool Cafe is about hope, second chances, and restoration.
Old Skool Cafe is home.
Hsin always had a talent with a brush. As a child in Taiwan, he made wonderful watercolors. Since then, he has progressed into beautiful oil paintings, which has made him a success. But it wasn't always easy. He moved to America to follow his artistic dreams. I had the honor of meeting Hsin at the studio in downtown San Francisco to share his story.
I think I'm just gonna keep going painting until I cannot hold my brushes.
Hsin works with muted colors, warm and cozy, but his brush strokes are bold. Swipes across the canvas, his works are complex. He calls this piece The Mailman because he was intrigued by the way the mailman delivers and receives mail through the neighborhoods. painting industry with the mix of Bay Area scenery wanted to contrast two elements in one, giving a postcard feeling. And the last piece, he found open light from a cloudy day outside as he sat on a rock capturing a day in a life at Half Moon Bay. But in his native country, Taiwan, his works was unappreciated.
In Taiwan, there's not many art markets. Like people there, they don't really appreciate arts or paintings. They think those are not valuable.
2 million people are full-time artists. It's a very competitive field. Hsin being self-employed, does competition come with a struggle?
People here, they see arts, they see paintings as a treasure. They'll appreciate those art, and that's the biggest difference. In terms of technically, there was certain time that I couldn't figure out the way that the direction I want to go, or the like skill-wise, I still need to figure it out.
Challenges that he had, I don't know that he had any, because every challenge he had, he worked so hard at that he immediately came over it.
Hsin has turned out to be very successful. What makes him more successful than others?
Success is sort of measured on a daily basis with him. Long-term success, I think you just take a look at the trajectory where he's on now, extrapolate that out, and I just, I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch him.
Before any paintings, I have an intent, like what kind of style or color scheme I would like to approach. But overall, I didn't think that much. I'll just let it go and follow my heart.
Hsin has integrity, he has a sense of who he is, and he is just working his plan. But he has one reminder.
People of the basic human morality through those ordinary things that expresses human relationships between people and the environment.
His goal has been fulfilled. But what draws buyers to Hsin's pieces?
For example, I think art, music, they are related, which means, have you seen someone, sing on a stage? I mean, they can sing, perfectly. The tone, the key, the pitch, everything is perfect. But his voice doesn't really touch your heart. Hsin's artwork is when I see, it goes to here.
Hsin is currently doing business with galleries who are marketing his great work.
It's his urban scenes that are painted in a very unique way. If you see the images, there's a unique personality that you can't compare his work to anybody else. It stands alone.
Determination and hard work Hsin produced can be summed up in one sentence.
I'm talking about the innovation in vision and the innovation in finding a way to make that vision actualized.
Excellent comes to mind, probably more than anything.
Passion, I think.
Hsin doesn't miss an opportunity to capture a portrait. Even in the midst of my interview, he made me sit down while he painted me. Whether it be the racetrack where you feel at home, aside from your lovely wife, providing jobs and a sense of home to formerly troubled youth trying to find a new life, or drawing for your dreams and making them into a reality. You have found 3 distinct individuals who are manifesting their dreams through their passion. I am Julian Purvis, and thank you for watching InBox. Goodbye.